Earlier on this week, I think it was Tuesday, I decided to get right out of my comfort zone and go live for the first time on YouTube. Like I say, I'd never done it before. I'd been thinking about it for a while, but I was procrastinating. I was making loads of excuses and I wasn't doing it. Well, I finally plucked up the courage and I decided that I needed to push myself and get out of my comfort zone, because I realised that's what was stopping me. It was just an uncomfortable feeling for me to think about doing it. I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to do it, whether I had the confidence, whether my setup was going to be all right, whether my Wi-Fi connection would be man enough to do the job to go live. I was making all sorts of excuses. But then I had to have a chat with myself, because I know that if you want to go forward, if you want to make any advances at all in life and reach your goals or work your plan, go forward on your plan, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. I mean, over the last 18 months, I've been right out of my comfort zone a lot. Since I had to get out of my house, I've been out of my comfort zone pretty much the whole time. But the funny thing is, the longer you're out of it, the more your comfort zone expands. And what you're doing then becomes part of your comfort zone, or inside your comfort zone, if you like. So like my van, for instance, living in a van. I mean, I was in a house. I had to move out of the house and get into the van, right out of my comfort zone. I mean, really a long way out of my comfort zone. But now it's in my comfort zone. It's something that I love doing. If I had to move back into a house now, that would be getting out of my comfort zone now. So it's amazing how quickly things change. And it's also amazing how far you can advance if you do just make that push and get out of your comfort zone. I don't think I just made this saying up, but I remember a saying goes something like, life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. And I think there's a real lot of truth in that. I really do. Because, and I'm not talking about necessarily like, doing things dramatic here. Like, there's a lot of things that are outside my comfort zone that I definitely do not want to do. Like, for instance, I'm scared of heights. I hate heights. So, if I was to say to myself, you're going to get out of your comfort zone, Kev, and climb right to the top of that tree. Right up there, Kev. You're going to go up there and you're going to feel fantastic. That's not something that I would do. I wouldn't want to do it. Yes, it'd be out of my comfort zone. Yes, it'd be an achievement, but a pointless one, because I don't need to climb up to the top of that tree. But there are a lot of things in life that I need to do, that we all need to do, that requires us to get out of the comfort zone. And I just think it is so important for everybody to try and do it. And there is a fairly easy way to do it, and that is by doing it in small steps. So with the tree example, as an example, that one's not for me, but it might be for you. The thought of climbing to the top of that tree might be exhilarating for you. You might not be scared of heights like I am, but going to the top of it might be so far out of your comfort zone that you just would never do it. But if you just thought about climbing to the first branch of the tree, if that would be out of your comfort zone, that's a good way to start. And then when you get to that first branch, just rest there for a minute, have a look round you and think, do you know what, that's all right. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then have a look up at another branch and maybe decide to go for that one and rest up there. And before long, provided you're not terrified of heights like I am, you'll feel comfortable doing it. And that's the easy way, in my opinion, to get out of your comfort zone. So, getting back to this story that I was giving you in the beginning about me going live on YouTube. To a lot of, well, no, not to a lot of people, because a lot of people don't do it, but to some people, that wouldn't be out of their comfort zone. And maybe you think, well, Kev, you do videos all the time. Now, you must be in your comfort zone doing that now. Well, I am pretty much doing the videos. I'm a little bit out of it at the moment as we speak, because I'm out in nature, and as I've told you before, I'm not very confident about doing videos while I'm out in public. I mean, there's no one here at the moment. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a cold, crisp morning. There's not a lot of people about. But I'm still a little bit out of my comfort zone. But not to the extent where I'm terrified or anything like that. So it's no problem. But with the going live bit on YouTube, what I was thinking at the time, and the reason I was out of my comfort zone, is for a start, I didn't know whether or not my equipment, because I used my Chromebook to do it, and I'd never used it before, I'd never used the camera or the microphone on there. I didn't know whether my equipment, my Chromebook and my Wi-Fi connection was going to be man enough to do it. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what about if I go live on YouTube and then like 10 minutes in it all cuts out and it's just a disaster. But I thought, Kev, here's the way to do it. Let's do it in small steps. Just do an impromptu, spur of the moment. I'm going to do it tonight. This is what I was thinking to myself. I'm not going to tell anyone I'm doing it, so no one's going to see it. No one's going to be on there live. And if it all goes pear-shaped, it doesn't matter. All right? So this is my first small increment. And that's what I did. I was in my van. I was in an area where I knew the reception wasn't fantastic. But I thought, I'm just going to set it all up, see how we go. So that's what I did. Anyway, didn't tell anyone on my channel. Didn't tell anybody that I was going to go live. Hit the live, set it all up, hit the record button, hit the live button rather, to go live. And there I was live. And within 2 or 3 seconds, a name popped up in the chat box. Someone was on there. Zeus something. I can't remember your full handle, but he was on there or she was on there. First of all, straight off. And I was shocked. I sort of went, well, there's someone there. I didn't expect anyone to be there. I've just come on to test my equipment and my setup to see if I can do this. And as I was speaking, ping, another person come on. And then another person. And then another person. And then they started making comments in the, and hello Kev, we didn't know you were live. Oh, this is great. So pleased I caught you and everything. And before I knew it, I was just chatting away with them. And as I was chatting, more and more people were coming on. And within no time at all, I'd forgotten that I was outside of my comfort zone. I was too busy talking to people and answering their questions and saying hello to them and just giggling because I couldn't believe what was going on. And within a few minutes, I don't know, five minutes or so of me going live on YouTube, there was dozens of people on there. I couldn't work it out. I couldn't understand how people were there, but how did they know I was live? And then they started telling me that they got notifications ping up. They had notifications on, switched on the bell icon with their subscribers, and they had their notifications switched on. So YouTube was telling them, recreating Kev's online, and they come on and join me. It was absolutely fantastic. And the funny part about it is before I did it, I thought to myself, right, I'm not telling anyone, I'm not going to notify anybody that I'm going to do this. And I'm not sure that I'm going to do it on a regular basis because I didn't know at that time. I didn't know if it was going to work or whether I was going to be able to do it or anything. So as the live stream was going on, I'd totally forgotten about being out of my comfort zone or anything like that. Wasn't thinking about it at all, didn't have time to. More and more people were joining. In the end, I think on the live, we were at about 90 people by the end of it. After about half an hour, I just happened to notice the clock ticking by, and it said I'd been on for half an hour. I thought I'd only been on there 10 minutes. And it was absolutely a fantastic experience. And I am definitely going to do it again. In fact, I'm thinking about doing regular lives. I've got to plan it out, you know, for when I can do it, when it's going to be convenient, so that I can tell people when I'm going to do it. And I don't know whether I'm going to do it on a certain day at a certain time, if I do it every week, once a week, or maybe once a month. I don't know yet. But anyway, going back to the actual live and being out of my comfort zone, I'd totally forgotten all about that. It was absolutely brilliant. I had the time of my life. And then people started sending me money. This thing called Super Thanks, which I didn't even know. Well, I knew what it was, and I knew it was turned on, but I didn't even think about it. I've never gone live before. That's what people do when you're on live, when they want to, you know, sort of contribute. I want to send you some money, and all of a sudden these £10 kept pinging up. It was absolutely amazing. I still can't believe it. I'm so pleased I did it. So, as a result of me making the decision to step out of my comfort zone and get on that live, even though I didn't realise anybody was going to be there, and I just wanted to test my equipment, it's opened up a whole new avenue for me on YouTube and for my life. I mean, I enjoyed doing the live, I think, just as much, if not more, than I enjoy making the videos. It was incredible. Anyway, the whole point about this is I want to encourage everybody that's watching to try and get out of your comfort zone now and again. You ain't got to go mad with it, but just try and do something that takes you right to the edge of your comfort zone, and just take that leap of faith, or that step of faith, go over the line and do something different. You know, it's so easy to get in a rut in life. I think a lot of people are. They're in a rut, they're bored, life can get really mundane, and the reason is because everything that we do, or everything that some people do, is totally within their comfort zone. Now listen, if that fits with you and you're happy with that, then fine, no problem at all. But if you are finding that you feel in a bit of a rut sometimes, you wish you had something different in life, your life's not exciting, it's boring, it's the same old grind every day, which we all have. But if you're the type of person that is really feeling that and would like to change it, then I would really encourage you to just, as I say, step out of your comfort zone. Have a think about it. Have a think about things that you keep saying you're going to do. I mean, things that'd be exciting. I'm not talking about just normal procrastination where you're saying, oh, I've got to do the hoovering, and you keep putting it off. That's procrastination, and that's not stepping out of your comfort zone. I'm talking about something where you're thinking about doing it. I mean, it could be anything. It could be learning a new skill, a musical instrument, for example. You know, but you're making all the excuses, thinking, oh, I'm too old to do that. It'd take too long to do that. But deep inside, you'd really like to be able to do it. I'm just saying, go to the edge of your comfort zone and just try it. What you got to lose? I'm not talking about doing death-defying stunts. I mean, a number of people that say to me in the comments and have conversations with me about, you know, they want to start van life, not necessarily full time, but, you know, they want to start getting out and about, getting a van and all that. Well, you know, you could be talking about that for a long time. If you've got a vehicle, whatever it is, a car or whatever, go out in that. You know, stay overnight in it one night. Plan a trip. Park on your drive. Sleep in it on your drive overnight. That's out of your comfort zone. Start like that. Just do something like that. You ain't got to go out and spend 30 grand on a van, hoping that you're going to like it. It's just an example of van life. If you've got a van but you've got nothing in it, it's not kitted out, just get in it, go somewhere. Go down to the coast, go somewhere you want to go. Kip overnight somewhere. You know, make a plan, take some provisions with you. Then the next day go back home. And then go from there. You've been out of your comfort zone. And once you do it, you'll find that you can do it again a lot more easier. Same with people that say to me, I want to start a YouTube channel. All right? It is easy, but there's a lot involved in it. But you don't have to wait until you've got the whole situation ready. Start studying a bit about it. Start watching videos about opening a YouTube channel, starting your own YouTube channel. Get some advice from people. Go on a course, whatever. Start filming yourself just on your phone and then deleting them until you get comfortable doing it. Get out of your comfort zone. That's my message. If you look at a hill and you think, oh, I should really walk up that, but I don't know whether I'll be able to make it, or I'll be out of breath, or my legs are going to ache. Stop all that. Walk up the hill. Walk up the hill. And when you get to the top of the hill, have a look down. And you'll be grateful that you stepped out of your comfort zone. Until you can say that you walked to the top of that hill and you look down at a beautiful view, you're never going to know. So just get out of your comfort zone and do it. That's my message for today. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. And as always, if it helps just one person to make that little push, get out of the comfort zone, try something different, try a new experience. If it helps one person do that, then I'll be chuffed. Let me know if it's you in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.